Have I mentioned it's a shit day today? Because it is. It's windy, it's rainy, it's cold as well. So, yeah, it's glove weather, definitely. But I'm, utilizing bare hands. I know I asked you guys last year about, what's the best glove, but I hate wearing gloves. I really do. I'd rather my hands freeze than wear a pair of gloves that just kind of hold me back and just cumbersome and so, forget it. I do have a waterproof pair in there, but yeah. So I've just been in there. I've got no computer at the moment, so I've just been playing PS4 all day. But there comes a time, because it has been raining all day. There comes a time when I need to have a break off the boat, and this is really important for any person who's living in a confined space. It's called cabin fever. And I'm sure that a lot of people cooped up in apartments and stuff will be suffering the same thing. It's, I suffered it from last year being on the boat. It rained for 4 days straight. I was up on the Mac Canal, and I got so depressed, and that was cabin fever, So what I've done for this little boat, I mean, I had that tent, but the tent's so cumbersome to set up, and you can't really set up in windy conditions, so it's pretty hopeless when you want to do something like that in winter. So all I've done is set up a tarp, a couple of tent poles, and you probably remember some of these pegs. I did reviews of them last year. You've seen those. Those for pets, for dogs. You can attach the leash to them, all that kind of stuff, and just plant the ground. But they make excellent pegs, especially for soft soil. They screw into the ground really well. And yeah, a couple of tent poles and a tarp. And I remember last year, I was down at rugby in Storm Kira, and I had proper tent material, but the storms just rip things like that to shreds. And I'm just getting sick of spending the money. So I've just got a humble tarp now. It's like 3 metre by 3 metre tarp. And that just gives me a little bit of space off the boat that's not in the rain, because this boat's not set up. I don't have a well deck. I don't have a stern platform of any description. So if I need a break off the boat that's out of the rain, so I've just set up the tarp. So at least I can open up the door now and let some fresh air in and some of the hot air escape as well. But at least I can sort of stand there, or at least kneel there and peer out, just so I can get a bit of fresh air. But it's actually not too bad now. This is the little area I'm in. It's kind of stopped raining. They did say it was going to clear up today, but it's still pretty cold and a few gusty winds around and what have you, but it's pretty good. So yeah, that's my little setup. God, I can't believe I've spent almost 2 years in this thing, really. I think that's a miracle in itself. So yeah, really looking forward to upgrading and getting a better boat, which is creeping up quicker than you think, or quicker than I think. Suddenly it was 12 weeks, and now it's kind of half that, even closer than half that. So I'm like, yeah, but like I said, I'm not going to get too excited yet until I've got the money in the bank, and then we can go shopping.